the problem why some people don't know how to pick a partner, a good partner, is because they've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Their grandparents didn't have a good relationship. Their parents didn't have a good relationship. Their siblings aren't married. Like, they've never had any sort of like fundamentally sound relationships around them. And if you don't see it, one, you don't have anything to aspire to other than what you see on Instagram or whatever. So I just say, while you're right, I will say let's give people a bit of grace in knowing that a lot of people or some people don't have anything to rely on when it relates to having seen a healthy, fundamentally sound relationship that's gonna like flourish at some.
To follow like
And
a
I agree,
blueprint.
but you know what, Aaron? I'm with you. I agree with you 100%, but I don't cut slack, right? And there's a
Right.
reason. Because the same things, it's like I said, if you could throw it in front of their face. We watch people post their relationships on Instagram. And although, yes, we do know that sometimes it is a fake, happy relationship. But there are a lot of people who would be like, can't be real, without even knowing. You get what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes it's like some of the people don't even want to learn what a good relationship even looks like. They don't even want to believe it, and some of them are really so, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to say her name. Brittany Renner, she said how she liked being a side chick in certain relationships because she wanted to just see how the love in the relationship really wasn't real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, she wanted how it wasn't real for the other people.
For the other people, it can't be real
Like,
because
he's
he's willing to step out.
Oh, okay.
He's sleeping with me.
That's crazy.
Exactly. So it's like some people are, and I'm not saying she is, but some people are so like caught up to this part where they want to be a detriment because they've never experienced this. That even if they see
self-sabotage
it,
too.
yeah, they just I don't cut slack. So what I'm saying, like I agree with you, but there's some of the other side that's like a little finicky.
Do you think that was someone who was unhappy that was trying to bring unhappiness to other couples as well? Or
It could definitely be.
I think that's what it kind of sounds like too. Like, oh yeah, like
Or they
because what if
challenge
you
it.
were the reason that this person? What if you're the first person now that this person steps out of their relationship for? Like you're just giving them like
because you made yourself so enticing to prove a point.
It's true. Like sometimes you don't know that what you're doing is toxic or it's unhealthy. Because you're in it, you're stuck in it, and this is the only example that you've had, so you think it's cool, or you're there for the wrong reasons. If you're there for money, like I think a lot of times people are willing to take so much when they are paid. It sucks, right? I disagree with it. I hate everything about it, but that's for my life. Like you could be a billionaire. If I don't feel good in your company, if I don't feel respected or
wait, right? Hold up.
Yes, she said a B.
I'm gonna feel good all the time. It's like I'm joking.
I'm gonna make myself feel good.
I'm not saying
Do
that.
you, boo?
I think we all have a price technically, right?
Right,
But
absolutely.
so much of my price is just not rooted in money. Like I'm not saying that I couldn't enjoy certain things, but when the money is removed, then what? Like I know that the saying is like you want to cry in a whatever or yeah, but it's like I don't actually want to cry at all. That's what I need you to
But you gonna
understand.
cry regardless. That's
sometimes.
the point. You gonna cry regardless.
Don't you want to cry under the stars?
I want to.
But wait.
Yeah, the ones in the sky, not necessarily the ones in the car.
But you want to
what
know
I'm saying?
something?
Like-
But I learned like when I was single. I'm not gonna lie, right? When I was single, imagine you are used to dating a guy that drives in this nice ass G-Wagon. Like you've been dating this person for a while, right? And then there's this really good guy. He's so sweet to you. He has a lot going on. Like, he's smart, has a lot going on, whatever. I don't even know how to explain this person, but he's respectful to you. He does sweet things. But he drives a car that you're not attracted to. I'm not going to say what kind of car because I get in trouble for that. But he drives a car that ain't what you expecting because you used to ride around in this G-Wagon, So whatever. So whole time, this is just something that I have learned from when I was single. Whole time, this person actually, the G-Wagon was capping compared to the person that has the chill car because they actually have way more going on. They have, they just chose not to have the G-Wagon. They can have the G-Wagon, but they're just smarter with their finances.
Like Warren Buffett.
So, yeah, but that's why, because exactly, we see those people like, not even Elon Musk, it was someone else.
The rich men love.
Yeah, they be wearing a crate, like, I'm telling you, I've experienced it myself where it's just like, you could have a motherfucking wraith if you wanted to, but that's not everybody's style. So it's like sometimes we count people out or we look at people and we judge them from their appearance. And a lot of times the people that shine ain't the gold or the people that, so it's like sometimes I have experiences where I didn't judge people or I didn't look at someone and say, oh, I ain't about to go hang out with that person because they look like a bum. But then, I would hang out with people just because I was just trying to, make friends, whatever. And I would be really surprised at the results I would get from people that I just gave a chance. So I think in the dating pool, sometimes you just don't give people chances and you end up passing up people who have so much potential or who are more than what you expected them to be. Sometimes you just have to go outside of what your norm is. And because that's something that I always, every time I was surprised.
These people have turned women out with luxury rentals and luxury experiences.
Right, but I'm saying step away from that.
No, I agree with you. No, I don't disagree with you.
Well,
but
say you agree with me because I need to hear more.
I agree with you.
I need to hear more.
But it's unfortunate that it's like, see, this is what I gathered.
But I've done that. I have no problem with that.
I get it. This is what I gathered from what you've done. Or what you said, not done.
Yeah,
that
I did it.
A guy could turn a girl out and make her delusional because she decides that the lifestyle he provided is the only lifestyle that she's willing to accept. And it's really only based by the materials and nothing to do with how she's actually treated. So now you have a girl who experiences a G-Wagon, she experiences a jet, she experiences these trips, mansions and all these different things, but he doesn't treat her right at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ends up in a dating pool because he was an asshole, right? And now the guy who drives a Civic is beneath her. But yet he'll treat her better than the G-Wagon guy.
Why did you just play me like this?
And then what happens is the dating pool is trash. The dating pool gets the blame. And it's like, no.
When you really start to work on yourself and you realize what life is truly about, money is a resource. We all need it. I'm not ever going to make it seem like I don't want a man that makes a certain amount of money so that we are comfortable, so that we can have certain luxuries of life, so that we're not living check to check, so that we can't give our kids certain things. But I need to be able to feel, like you said, fulfilled. I need to be able to feel like I actually have a partner and I'm just not in a financial relationship. I can be in a financial relationship with a bank. I could be in a financial relationship with a lender. I don't need to actually share a house with you and share a bed with you and share my life with you and my family with you. I don't need to do all of that if the only thing you can provide is money. It's just not enough. It's because money would never be enough for me. If I just said, oh, I just want to make this amount of money in my life and that's my only goal, I feel like you're a shell of a person. I need to feel fulfilled in my life. That's why we all, I think, are here with purpose beyond bread. Yes, is Jay-Z a billionaire? Not to keep bringing him up, but is he a billionaire? Of course. But he has a great amount of purpose here. And so once you get to a certain level with money, it's like, all right, cool, you got that. So what else can you offer? What else can you bring to the table? I think we've all met rich jerks. We've all met really wealthy people who are assholes. And you're like, ew, I don't want to come to your house. I don't want to party with you. So I'm most certainly not going to lay down with you or have a baby with you unless it's just, again, you're like an ATM. You're just a financial transaction, and I'm not sharing my life with you. I'm not even giving life for you if that's all you can bring to the table. I can't do it.
What do we tell the audience? How do you get over that first hurdle of they don't look like this, they don't have this much money, they don't dress a certain way, they don't have a certain car, they don't meet some of those boxes that you think are necessary for you to, pursue something with them. So what would y'all tell? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what to tell people. All I can say is be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really know what that means. They need a list. Being real with yourself means X, it means Y, it means 1, it means 2, it means 3. But what information can we give the audience in saying yo, if you keep hitting that wall, this is the first hurdle you need to get over so that you can find somebody who is good for here, who has the currency as a person that you said, who has that type of character and that type of currency.
I mean, I'm happy to answer. I think that, like you said, you got to get real with yourself, right? I am a big proponent of get what you want. And but asterisk, like get what you want, be reasonable, don't be delusional, but also really prioritizing, like write your list down, really look at your list. If your list is filled with an extreme amount of superficial things, listen, we're human beings, right? We're fleshy. We like to be attracted to people. So don't subject yourself to like, well, he's a good man, Savannah, but I don't want to kiss him and I don't want to have sex with him. He's still not the one, okay? He is still not the guy because you require physical attraction. So be realistic about your list. If your list is extremely excessive, if it has like more than 30, 40 things on it, it's like, think about you. What would you want? If someone came to you and gave you a list of 50 things and you're like, damn, I only got 25, but I'm decent, you know, I'm still a good. If that's your vibe, then understand that may also be their vibe, right? Like they don't possess all 50 of the things you want. If I could just type in a computer, yeah, he would be amazing, right? He no misses, like none whatsoever. Bow-legged, 6'4", love the Lord, you know, all the things. But that's just, it's not always realistic. So I'm not saying settle, because I don't want to confuse that message. I'm not saying settle, but it is really getting an understanding of who you are. And like I said earlier, be the person that you want, right? And be realistic about what that looks like. Your environment plays a part. I just watched somebody say recently, like, she moved away. She moved to a different country in the pursuit of love. Because yes, she had worked on herself. Yes, she had given all these different people opportunities, but she felt like within my geography, he's not here. And she moved. And she met her husband within 6 months of that move in a totally different country.